All right, guys. And I want to talk about the stocks of the day today. Um, it had been really big day today, so a lot of people haven't came into the market yet, into the room yet. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way here. All right, let's see here. Not many people have came into the room. Some people slowly come into the room. So, what were the top stocks of the day today? We had R log, or excuse me, T log. I still got R log in my head because R log was um, another runner from back in the day. But T log popped off 62% today. I don't know if we had any. We did have a 100% gainer today in the Amex. The Amex, the American Stock Exchange, has really started heating up. I don't know what's been going on there on the American Stock Exchange, but it's been heating up. Would I buy CETX? Yes. CETX is a winner, Tehran. Tehran, if you know how to read 10Ks, then you need no reason to understand that CETX is a winning play. Right now, CETX is a discount. I would buy that. I would buy that. You're talking about a stock that, what was it, earlier today was trading, was it like 10 cents higher? So you're actually getting it at a discount right now. You're getting it at a discount right now. So today's 100% gainer was ticker symbol NTN. And NTN, buzz time or whatever it is, I don't really like this chart. God damn, it's ugly. It basically just started running out of nowhere. Does anybody know why NTN started running? Why it's up 100%? I have no idea why NTN is up 100% right now. I'm glad, Tehran, man. We need more people like you getting involved in penny stocks, my bruh. So get into it slowly, start learning. Don't rush, take your time, but definitely start learning how to make some extra income for yourself, man. And maybe over time you could see yourself doing this full time. All right. So let's see here. Hmm. Trying to get, where's my, one moment here. So there was very low volume in the first few hours. First few hours of what stock, Owen? T-log, ticker symbol TLOG, that's just a pump. T-log is a pump. There's no news out. I don't know why it's up. It's up almost 62%. I have no reason. I don't know why. Let me go to Twitter. You can always find out sometimes on Twitter. Let me go to Twitter here. The stock is up over 61%. Most of it was midday, seemingly after 2 o'clock. And if you look at that T-log chart, it's very volume sensitive. It's very volume sensitive, so I don't think this gain is going to hold. But man, I mean, look what HMNY did. But this is not HMNY. This company is not HMNY. This is not a merger play. This is not a contract play. The better stock, if you're talking about tomorrow, is LPTN. LPTN. LPath Incorporated. The reason why I think they're the better play, and I had to get in that myself before the end of the day, is because they have a government contract. They want a government contract. I didn't take a big position. Let's see. Okay, so L. Yes, okay. So here is the news. The stock has been awarded 1.45 million 2-year grant by the Defense Medical Research and Development Program, which is an agency of the government. Is hot. So when people, STEM, which was the second highest in NASDAQ, 49%, STEM, stem cells, why that's just a bounce play. Stem Cells Incorporated is a bounce play. It was up 49% today. It's just a bounce play. All right, some people thinking they're getting a discount. There's nothing there. The company said there's nothing there. The company even released a statement saying that stockholders aren't going to get any funds. You're not going to get any money. They're saying that even people who actually have loaned the company money, probably won't get paid. So I'm not going to think that Stem Cells Incorporated, I mean, look at that chart. It was going down for a reason, guys, and it's not going to last. So if you got a big boost on Stem Cells Incorporated, okay, what's going on? My stream. Or that Google Fiber. I can't stand the cable companies, bro. So I've had to close all my torrents because I think they were hogging too much data. Let me see T-log. Twitter is a good place to find information. When you can't find why a stock is up, go to Twitter, $, then the ticker, and it's going to pop up really quickly who's talking about the stock. So you go dollar sign, then the ticker. And you're going to quickly find out who's talking about the stock. And my apologies, guys. I don't know what's going on with this fucking stream. It's so freaking irritating. Okay, I think I'm back now, though. Okay, I think I'm back. So, again, like I was saying, stem cells is going out of business. LPTN, I'm going to be watching LPTN. It's a higher price stock. I know you guys are penny chasers. I get it. You want the cheap shit. You love that cheap shit. I get it. You know, you can take a little bit of money and run with it. I absolutely understand. So let's look for a nice little cheap shit stock that's going to keep going up. What's this R? I was watching this earlier today. Yeah, nah. OXGN. Ah, this doesn't even come up on freaking E-Trade. Clean diesel CDTI. Wasn't that on trading on the OTC for a long time? CDTI. What else we have? Lightbridge Corporation, LTBR. LTBR. No, don't like it. I need a consistent volume winner. What? I need something over. Let me see. What is it? GEN. GN. You know what I like, man? This stock has been doing pretty good in the last. This stock did really good today. And it's a NASDAQ play, too. Genesis Healthcare. XCO. Let me write this down, though, man. GN. Oh, I could have just typed it in my damn sticky notes. XCO. XCO. Exco Resources. What do they do? What did they do? Hey, have you guys downloaded that Investors Live DVD? It's kind of old. It's been out there for a while. Investors Live. I forgot his name. But if you need a link to the DVD and you know how to use torrents, I just posted the link. Oh, it's an oil and gas natural play. Okay, that's actually a good play to do right now. Oil and gas is as oil goes higher, and I actually do like the chart. I'm looking at my E-Trade right now because you see how it found toward the end of the day there. You had a lot of buyers at 124. And I see here you got resistance at 128, so I'm watching that. XCO, this is actually a really good trade. Good call, man. Let me see what the 7-day chart looks like. Yeah, that's a nice chart. That's a very nice chart. Original resistance, it looked like it had resistance on the 13th. Was that the 13th? Monday was a Monday of last week, $1.14. It fell down to a low of $1.02. Hit it again and it didn't break. And then the 17th it broke it. And once it broke that 114 level, it rallied after that. So if it rallied, because finding previous resistance levels can tell you what the stock will do on its next resistant level. When I look at XCO, I see there's obvious resistance at basically 129, right? Let me go back to that 1-day chart. 128. There's resistance at 128. So we're testing that again. I gotta look at the man. That's actually a really good stock right here, man. It's very stable. It's very consistent. See, even if it dips, you don't stay down long. Because I'm looking now, when I look at the 10-day chart, I see we've been here before. And when it broke 123, so we're above the June 10th resistant line. So how many days it took? It took 10 days to break its June 10th resistance. That's a really nice chart. I'm gonna have to look into what their 10K is. I'll actually like this. Bid size is really strong, 4,400 shares. Total volume today was 2.45 million, $365 million market cap. So they've obviously got some strong operations. Previous close, earnings per share. So obviously the company is not profitable yet, but the thing about these companies is that they are really regulated to the price of oil. God, I gotta look that up now. I should have that memorized. But what's the ticker for the price of oil? Gosh, I forgot what the ticker is. God damn it. What's the fund? There's an oil fund that's a really good chart. And if you can take a penny stock and compare it to that, let me see, oil fund. Is it USO? I don't think it's USO. Hold on. Yeah, I think it is USO. Is it USO? I don't think it's USO. Hold on. December. Okay, it might be USO. All right. So what I like about E-Trade is you can overlay. Yeah, United States Oil Fund. I think that's what I use too. Yeah, it does. Damn, it's very close. When I overlay USA Oil Fund, ticker symbol USO, over XCO, is very close. It is very close. So this stock, because a lot of oil companies, this is what you actually want to see. You want to actually see these oil stocks that imitate the oil funds. So obviously when the price of oil decreases, the oil stocks go down. As the price of oil increases, the oil stocks go up. And when I overlay USO over XCO, they're very close. So this is definitely on the watch list for tomorrow. In fact, I'll probably end up putting in the order tonight. But I gotta look at the 10K though. I still gotta look at the 10K and really make sure what they got going on. But really, yeah, really good. Good looking out for that one, man. Good looking out for that one. Yeah, so for those of you guys who don't have that 8-hour DVD for Investors Live, it's on Pirate Bay. I posted the link in the chat room. Go ahead and take advantage of that. If you got BitTorrent, uTorrent, you know how to use torrents. Go download that, man. They got the money. Don't worry. They're not hurting. People say, oh, you're telling people to download Tim Sykes stuff illegally. Tim Sykes got money, man. Owen said, how much money do you usually trade with 10,000? I don't go anything less than 10,000. Maybe 5 if it's like a penny. But I'm so cheap. You say you got your Tim Sykes off Craigslist? Well, somebody was selling the DVDs? Yeah, now I'm excited about this XCO because I like consistent winners now, man. Don't get me wrong, I'm always about that that 200, that 300%, that you know what I'm saying? But I like watching my money grow now, man. I like watching my money grow now. You know, when you put 10,000 and you just kind of let it sit there. I've been reading a lot this guy's Twitter, Superman or Super Trades. His Twitter is Super Trades, and I've been reading his tweets and how I've been watching, the stuff that he posts. And I mentioned him in my last live show. I really like the way this guy's trade. I'm gonna make a video about him tomorrow. I really like the way he trades because he doesn't trade sitting at the computer. He's not a day trader, and I never wanted to be that kind of person either. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be like a scalper like that. When I was shorting stocks, like I said, I would wait a week, 2 weeks, you know, to scalp is to really have no life, man. Is to really have no life. Oh, by the way, I found the download for uh, How to Make Millions DVD. Not that abbreviated one that's on Pirate Bay. I'm talking the full How to Make Out Millions 40 hour. Is it 40 hours or something like that DVD? How long is that? How long is the DVD? I forgot what it's called, but I found the link to the whole DVD. Wow, for the low all on the USB. That's what's up, man. GSAT with TED several day run up. GSAT. GSAT. Global Star. I've seen this in the past. Global Star. Yeah, I've seen them in the past. Yeah, they're bouncing back from what happened back in early June. Look at what happened on June 3rd. What started that collapse like that? That was Horrible. You got a lot of investors trapped up there, man. We got a caller on the line. 206, you're on the air.
Hey, Sal.
What's going on? Who are you? Where are you
Oh,
calling
I'm
from?
sorry, man. This is Mr. Lloyd.
Oh, Mr. Lloyd, what's going on, man?
And I'm so pissed off at you that you didn't come on Friday. I had the best. I had the best stock tip for everybody, and
What?
you didn't come on, man. And I was just everybody's left hanging.
What? I mean, what stock was that?
All right, so we're looking at. Give me 1 second. GBIM.
GB.
I emailed you to ask if you was coming on because I went. Man, I was so pissed off because I was gonna buy it in the morning. It was like $1.90 or something. Next thing you know, it went up to $3.
$1.90 GBIM. What? What drove the? Cause
No,
I had heard
no,
about it, but
there was no news. So
oh no,
basically,
yeah, yeah.
what I've been studying over the past few weeks, I'm looking for a pattern or a formula to catch these type of breakouts because I want to be able to ride the wave,
Right.
not just. I don't want to be a retail
Yeah, yeah.
what do you call it trader. I want to be able to find through the charts
Right.
and find the waves. So I was hoping that we was gonna talk about this because I was gonna give you guys this tip here to catch this wave. I missed out on it because I got all my money tied up in other stuff.
Hmm.
So I was just kind of playing around. I was after I looked at everything. I said, you know what? Let me just take a look at this to see what's going to happen.
Hmm.
And sure enough, it went from $1.90 to $3.
Well, tell me what have you come up with so far that how you've developed what you have so far? Like what have you learned that needs to kind of or what is the setup that kind of comes together to start this?
Well, just like looking at Tim Sykes' videos, there's like a secret code or message that he's saying, and you can't teach people this stuff. I mean, the person has to have the will and the drive to be able to learn this
Yeah.
through patterns and through different charts.
Hmm.
So I haven't figured it out yet, but it's more than you just passing out. Hey, WOT is going to be rising tomorrow.
Right.
I'm the type of person I want to see it in black and white myself. I don't want to be able to depend off anybody else.
Right.
So really understanding the charts and just not reading the news. It's more than just news. It's catching that momentum.
Hmm.
I don't like the slow stocks, the low volume stocks, and I don't like to catch the supernova stocks. I want to just be able to get on that wave and get out and whatever.
So, I mean, are you saying that Tim Sykes started the rush, or what are you saying started?
Tim Sykes didn't start the rush. Basically, what I've learned from his videos, it sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, man. If you really think about it, just a bunch of talking. But if you listen closely, there's something that he's saying, and it's clicked for me that he has a secret, and he's not really telling anybody. There's like a secret, and it's through the charts. But like I said, I don't have a scientific mathematical formula yet. I mean, if I did, that's one of those things that you don't spread out. But it's really, to me, and I haven't done enough trading to say this is a for sure thing.
Mhm.
But this is something I wanted to talk to everybody about the GBIM, and there is no news to make this stock to go up. This
When
is
I
just based.
Yeah, when I look at GBIM, I look at the 7-day chart. It ran before.
Right.
It ran before on Monday on the 13th of last week. And then I'm seeing Tim Grittani here calling it a stock to watch on the 14th, which was pretty much after it ran. And then the stock dies for like the rest, I mean, dies for Tuesday and Wednesday. Basically, nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, it just explodes on Thursday into what, then you found it, and then obviously it just kind of And now it's crashing hard practically. Now it's pretty much headed for the floor now.
Right,
Uh,
right.
but yeah, man, that's he actually has a guy on his team. I forgot his name, but he goes by pre-promotional stocks. He thinks he can kind of call stocks before they happen. He's pretty much been ineffective for the most part. But yeah, man, if you can figure out how to identify, um, how to call these things before they happen, or at least have some kind of earlier warning.
I mean,
Uh,
hell, that's a secret everybody wants to know. You know what I'm
Man, yeah,
saying?
yeah, that would be amazing, man. That would be amazing, you know, because when you
But
look at after the stock ran the first time, it looked like it was dead, you know.
but you know what's crazy? I mean, even if I just found out some formula, I mean, would you just give out that cheat code to everybody?
Um, Not necessarily, but even if you gave it out to us, not everybody's going to get it. See, a lot of people.
Right,
That's why Tim Sykes is so he can teach all his courses, but at the end of the day, not the whole market's not going to get the strategy. Not everybody's going to see it.
right,
So when people say, "Oh, you're giving away too much," no, because there are millions of traders out there, and there are people who trade who don't know who the fuck Tim Sykes is. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right,
it wouldn't be nothing for you to tell us. I mean, obviously you're not going to run out of shares to buy. You know,
right. No, no,
so
I ain't gonna run out of shares.
so
But
if anything, you telling us would actually help you out.
right.
So
No, no, I totally get it, man. Then I was looking at that HMNY. I was like, yeah, that looks like that's dying down pretty quick.
mm,
So
okay,
that's my
HMN,
two
yeah,
cents.
no problem, Mr. Lloyd. I appreciate you for calling, man.
Hey, and one other thing, man. Just you kind of pop on randomly and stuff. So if you got some type of definite time frame or something like that to let people know, had me speeding home one day because I was so excited to tell everybody about the GBIM. You wasn't online.
Mr. Lloyd, 8 o'clock is when the show happens today. I was just slowed down, but eight
Okay.
o'clock 8 o'clock is when the show is gonna happen. I'm gonna be doing these 8 to 10 shows. I'm a little late now. Today I started late, so I owe you guys about an hour and a half.
You know,
But
black folks always late, so I should have known.
oh
Black
man,
folks.
come on, man, you ain't gotta be like that. Look at you.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Have a good night,
All right,
man.
thanks. Bye.
There you go, Mr. Lloyd calling in. Hungry for that knowledge. I like Mr. Lloyd. Okay, GBIM was up on a rumor of a takeover. That's what Hamza Wahid is saying, and I do things is saying. Yeah, shorts were probably getting squeezed, huh? Yeah, I mean, I just don't know too much about the stock. Uh, I mean, there's just so many stocks out here, man. You get caught into a few, and I'm not the type of guy who I don't need to be watching like 10 stocks. I watch like 4 or 5. Uh, a stock that I love, a beautiful value play that I've been watching, MUX. You guys know I've been talking about MUX. Uh, McEwen Mining. You guys know I've been talking about MUX on my show. I love the stock. I mean, I love the stock. The stock was down last Friday. It was up today because people realized it was a bargain and they took advantage of it, and we're back basically to where we were. So we're going now back up to reattempt to get back to where we were on Thursday. So we're going to go try that high uh, where that's going. But MUX is another solid stock that I like. CETX, I still like CETX. Volume is decreasing. That's just because we need some news coming out. So hopefully we get some of that here. But earnings again, we've got less than a month to earnings. Or let me see here. What when CETX earnings. May 4th. So there just hasn't been much news, so we're gonna be getting that soon. Yeah, man, Joe, there are too many stocks out here, man. They're just, you know, that's the thing there, and that's why, sometimes being in the chat room is good, because I know I've talked down on chat rooms, but when you have thousands of eyes out there, it can work to your advantage. I just can't because it's just too much noise. I'm reading people talking, and then some guys have, the voice thing where there are a bunch of people talking at the same time. I just need like four or five, and I'm good, man. You know, and I'm not chase trading. I've made my things, and I'm watching because I'm in for 3 or 4 days, maybe a week. Something like MUX. I've been in it now, a week and a half. I like what's going on in it. I like it's consistent. It's been really safe. My money is growing, and it doesn't give me heart attacks. Apps is another one. I like apps. I'm in it for the long term. I told everybody about it at $1. I like the chart. It's consistent. I know where resistance is. It can be a little funny at times, but the little intraday stuff where you're down and you're up. I mean, some people you gotta relax, guys. I mean, sometimes you're gonna buy a stock and it's gonna be down the next day. Shit happens, man. But you gotta be patient. That's why I made that video about why people keep losing. You don't have enough money to be a trader like that, to be jumping in and out. Just be patient. Allow the chart to develop. You saw something in the stock that you felt like, was worth you buying. So, you know, be a part of the increase. You know. Yeah, Innovis Pharmaceutical. Luis, I like Innovis Pharmaceutical. I wrote an article about it on my website. What's the ticker? I think it's INN, right? INN. Is it INNI or something like that? Gosh, I forgot what it's. INNI, I think, right? No, that's in the what's it? Innovis, INNO or something like that. No, forgot the ticker. The ticker, what it is. I'm in other place right now. But Lewis, write the or Luis, I keep calling you Louis. Write the ticker for Innovis. Yeah, INV. Okay, there we go. Look at Mr. Lloyd all over it. INV. Yeah, I like that. I like that because it rallied last week and went low. Some people obviously got some bargain stocks. I mean, if you got in at 18, man, that's a beautiful price, man. For those people who got in last week at 18 cents, 17 cents, man, that's a beautiful price to get in on that stock. You got some people who got in early June and 13 cents a share. Good God. That's a nice return, man. You get in a stock like this, you get yourself 10,000, 20,000 shares, man, and you just sit on that shit, man. If you just luck out and find the bottom of something like this, you just get yourself, 30,000 shares, man. What is 30,000? It's not even. I got to do the math on this. Let me see. 13 times 30,000 shares. Look, that's 3,900 bucks. Come on, man. At 13 cents a share, 3,900 bucks. Did I do that math right? 13 cents a share times 30,000. 3,900 bucks. And you just sit on that shit, man. Just sit on it. Just sit on it, man. A month, 2 months, 3 months. Come back and that shit's probably shit. Who knows? Hopefully $1. You know? That's why I talk to you guys about that business credit shit, man, because sometimes you want to just be able to sit on that, man. Sometimes, when you don't have a lot of money to trade and you got to constantly be moving money in and out, and you know, sometimes you want to be able just to sit on the stock. So I like that Innovis, man. Innovis, I like it. Let me check on this other stock that I talked about last week. Yeah, not much is going on with that IMUC. Immunocellular Therapeutics is another Amex stock that's basically sitting on, it's basically stuck in this channel that is just not, anywhere from 28 to like 23. And it's been stuck in this channel since June 7th. And that's ticker IMUC. Stock trades at like a quarter now. That's IMUC. So for those of you guys who didn't see my post earlier, if you guys don't have that Investors Live DVD, that 8-hour Investors Live DVD, it's an 8-hour DVD. It came out like 2 years ago, but it's really good. It's got some good tips in that. I posted the link to the Pirate Bay link, to the Pirate Bay page. So if you know how to use torrents, go download that DVD. It's an 8-hour DVD. He's still selling it for like 800 bucks or whatever it is, 500 or whatever it is. You know how they just, they'll sell those DVDs they made 10 years ago for $300. Like we can't go get that information online for free now. I swear I'm not gonna call out any names because I be making money with these guys, but sometimes, man, when a DVD gets old, you lower the price. You know, some of these guys, they just sometimes, man, there's greed, and then there's just like, okay, man, you just insane. But I digress. LPTN at 208 placed my order, and it was pending. Watched the stock roll all the way up to 384, back down to 303, still pending. Mmm. Bassman, was that that wasn't a market order, was it? It couldn't have been a market order. You must have put in a limit order at 208 then, right? Because I know you didn't hit the market and then not get filled. And get at me if you want that Tim Sykes How to Make Millions DVD. Not the abridged version. I got the full version. I got the full version. But we can talk about that offline. Yeah, it had to be been a limit order. You put in a limit order. There's no other way. I mean, you know, I don't know what kind of broker is not filling market orders. That's what I'm thinking when he said that. Yeah, when a stock is rallying, putting in a limit order is almost not. It's almost useless. But then again, you don't want to end up buying too high either. So putting in a market order is dangerous. But if you're confident, I mean, let's see here. else is going on here? Yeah, Nathan Mashad, he's a really good trader. He's been trading from home since like 2007, man. And sometimes on his website, Investors Live, and they've got a really good YouTube page, by the way, too. Investors Live YouTube page. They've got actually a series of videos called How to Trade Stocks. You guys might want to check that out. That's why when you guys talking about me making videos on how to trade, a series or a DVD, there's so many guys who do that so much better. I just, I like to get people inspired to trade, man. Because I just want to see more people, start doing this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more people start doing this. But he's got a series, Nathan Mashad, uh, and it's a really good series about how to trade, and the videos are quite extensive and quite detailed. So you might want to check that out. It's on YouTube. Yeah, just look up Investors Live. And there was also a guy that I uploaded yesterday. Uh, this gentleman here by the name of Larry Williams. Sorry about that. Larry Williams has been trading on the stock market for, almost 50 years now. And he's one of those guys who just buys low, sell high. Um, he basically lives, he talks the talk and walks the walk, man. His website is ireallytrade.com. So he's one of those guys. He's got a YouTube page too, not very popular, and he doesn't have really much information on it, but he's got those little tidbits that he gives out. You also got websites like Tasty Trade, right? I don't really like those guys. They're kind of corny to me, but um, and then they've got that like really weird black chick on there, who doesn't sound like a black chick, but I digress. It's kind of like, hi everybody, what's going on? Oh my God, I think the stock was up, and you know, is the stock up? But I don't know if they still have her on the show. I haven't seen her in a minute. You know, but I'm not a big fan of Tasty Trade because they're all over the place. They're in options and they're forex, and they like I don't know what their thing is. I think their big thing is options. But then they're in like bonds and they're all over the place. SAKL. Um, man, that's an ugly chart. Sack Lunch Productions. What is this? God damn, that's a shitty ass market cap, brother. What is this? This is Sack Lunch Productions. Uh, looks like an OTC play, huh? Let me look into that real quick. Man, what's going on with OTC markets, man? They better step it up and get their website together, man. OTC markets has been, you know, bullshitting with that website all weekend. SAKL. Yeah, it's an OTC stock. Mm, man, I don't know what it. Ugh. It's an OTC play. It's actually kind of stable. I'm actually kind of surprised. But volume is actually pretty good. Let me just take a quick look at the financials. Of course, it's garbage, but losing money. Okay. Yes, I mean the company's losing money. See, I don't mind OTC stocks, man. Like I said, I used to do that hard, but now, man, I want to see like I want to be a part of something that's going to be huge. You know what I mean? What's going on, Malcolm? Any pumps and dumps at this time? If you're looking, let me see. Go to, well, I don't know why they changed the name, but it used to be pumpandumps.com. Google them. Just put in pump and dumps. I think they changed like in the day or some retarded thing like that. Another website that just covers pumps and dumps is Hot Stocked. Hot Hot Stocked SOCKED hotstocked.com. And all they do is cover OTC BB stocks. That's all they do. Okay. And they've actually got a nice little write up today on your ticker there, Luis, INNV. So they wrote a little, but I haven't been able to get, are these guys shorters or what? I mean, I know they really pump up their little apps they sell, but a part of me thinks that they're shorters because they never really giving like detailed information on having these companies go up. They're always like talking trash about them. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, you got to do your work on OTC stocks, man. That's why with OTC, unless I'm pumping it, man, I don't even trust these anymore. But there's some good OTC stocks, man. There are some good ones out there. Let me see if that one that I'm thinking about is still CAG. Uh, yeah, see, they haven't done anything. Let me see. There's a OT. There's an OTC stock. They're called the Castle Group. And their ticker symbol, and again, there's nothing on the account. I mean, there's nothing. They're barely moving. Nothing's happening. Barely any buys. So please don't go jump running into this. Um, Ticker symbol CAGU. CAGU. They are a social media PR company. Um, they've been in business over 20 years. You can go to their website and learn more about them. But they're a profitable company. They trade on the OTC. They do event managing. They do social media, content creation. I mean, they do public relations. They do a whole bunch of things. And they're publicly traded, legit. You can go on, meet their leadership. Um, and the company makes money. It's a legit that that company, the Castle Group, is what OTC Markets is about. Companies that, they make a couple $1 million, they're making a little bit of profit, and they're just, they're trading, they trade, they're regular, they submit their filings on time. It's just nobody knows about them, you know? Nobody knows about them. I mean, nothing's happened to the stock in months, weeks, you know? But that's just how it is sometimes with these no-name companies. But the Castle Group is one of those companies that's just, quietly making money. Yeah, Alex, you're right. Yeah, that government contract helped them out. INVN. Let me see what you're talking about here, Malcolm. INVN. Yeah, INVN is. Uh, I want to see what it's doing on first because INVN today gave back basically uh, the day's profit. It was a run and then it just gave out. Mm, but I mean, this again. Uh, God, let me look at that 3 day. The 3 day chart is nice though. I would INVN looks nice too. Again, I don't mind buying a stock that's down. A lot of people don't like buying stocks that are down. I don't mind. If I got the fundamentals are on my side, the chart looks nice. I'm in the trend, you know. I don't want to buy a stock that's up high. I said that in the last video. You know, if you guys are following a stock and then it dips, but you're in that trend and the fundamentals are good, volume is good, buy that. Don't let some people who, like I said in the video, are deciding, okay, I've had enough. So they take their shares and run, and of course the stock goes down because it is an increase in supply. Don't let that scare you. It doesn't scare the smart money. Smart money, all they do is look for advantageous prices. They're looking for companies that are down in the dumps in terms of price, but not in terms of fundamentals. Yeah, man. When the dip comes, it's time to buy. You know, just when I was talking at the MUX on Friday, when everybody thought the world had ended on Friday on MUX when it dipped like that, and then what happened today? Smart money came in and bought it back up. Now everybody's pissed off they didn't buy it on Friday. Tony, I like CETX, man. I like CETX still because the fundamentals haven't changed. The fundamentals haven't changed. At the end of the day, you know, a stock can't be green every day, guys. It's not going to be green every day. You know, I understand everybody wants their stock to be up every single day. Think, look, oh wow, green day, great. But some days it's going to be red. Sometimes it's going to be 2, 3 days in a row red. The key is that over the long term, we're headed in the right direction. The fundamentals that got you in the first place are still there, and that the market is seeing, oh, okay, well, this stock right here is pretty good. Let me jump in too. So we got some red days, but you know, of course, we got to have more green days. But let's not act like we're not going to have, you know, days or sometimes a week when the stock doesn't look good. PTX. Yeah, PTX, man, you know, like I said, it shot up a little bit today. PTX shot up a little bit today. Looks like there's some selling pressure after hours, but um, actually, well, let me see here. But they know a buyout is coming. Somebody, they know a buyout is coming. Those investors know a buyout is coming on PTX. I saw Tim Grittani short this stock. I put it in the video, the Tim Grittani $3 million congratulations video I made. How I showed you guys how he shorted PTX from like 55 to like 50 or something like that. Made a killing on that. Took a huge position too. I think it was like over 50,000 shares. IMNP came out with good news on their pharma product for lymphoma. Went up 32% after hours. Should have run up in the morning. IMNP. IMNP. You said they. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said that? Joe, you're right. There's some strong after hours buying pressure there in IMNP, man. God damn. When did they come out with that news? It had to be after hours. Fuck. Can't stand that shit, man. Because now tomorrow you got to chase the shit. Fuck it, man. I just stay out of it. We'll see how strong the market takes it, though. But it's already up 32% after hours, so there's definitely some people who are excited, to say the least. Yeah, I looked at Faith. I looked at Faith. Faith, it's another pharmaceutical, right? Yeah, Faith is another therapeutic. Yeah, therapeutics, pharmaceutical therapeutic. Yeah, Faith is another good one. It scared a lot of people today, though. That dip scared a lot of people. That dip scared a lot of people, but let's see. Let's see. I'm not going to jump in it now after what it did there, but let's see. Let's see. Because at the price that as it is now, at $2, it's either a bargain or the beginning of the end. But like I said, tomorrow, if I'm looking at a winner, let me bring that back up here. The street. If I'm looking at a winner tomorrow, I like LPTN. A little bit expensive. I know you guys again like the cheap stuff, but government anything where it's like a government grant, especially when you getting it from the Department of Defense, you know. But I didn't like the way volume subsided so quickly. There was big time excitement at 9:30, and then volume just started and then at 2 o'clock volume got back up, and then you know, so it's very volume sensitive. But I think it'll be up tomorrow because again, when people come back home, they see what was up, during the day, they set their buys, and God, you see LPTN is up 50%. LPTN, um, after hours is up. We're at 312 now after hours. So people are already setting their orders for LPTN. Do I ever chase stocks? Yeah, I mean sometimes you want to be a part of the action if you think it's going to keep going. If you think it's going to keep going. Hey man, I already knew, gosh. Once we start getting going, look at this clown. I have 100% proof that God exists. click on my channel and play the video. Come on, man. Just get your ass up out of here, man. Let's unblock this guy. Get your ass up out of here. All right. 310, but he should run up sound. Yeah, man. It's going to run up. It's going to run up. IMNP. Have I looked at that one? IMNP. 40 cents. I think I looked at this one. IMNP. Yeah, I looked at it. Yeah, it's running. It's running. They're setting their buys. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, well, look, we're already at 55 cents. Shit, man. If you're in that stock, what was the stock we talked about earlier where it was like at 22 cents? Not BTX, but we talked about it earlier. Let me find that. Yeah, INNV. INNV. This is a stock that I'm gonna park some money into. This is a stock that I need to stop looking at. I wrote it up on my website. I think it was like June 9th when it was at 16 or something like that. Yeah, it was at 16 cents. Now it's at 22. So there's some slight hype that going on there. Let's see what else is going on here. Um, yeah, that I don't know what that was. Just NTN was just just one of those things that somebody maybe just came in and bought. It was up like 104%, but it was just don't even pay them any mind. NTN, ticker symbol NTN. That's NTN bus time. I don't know. It was just one of those random. Don't even worry about it. CDTI. CDTI. Clean Diesel Technologies. Clean Diesel Technologies. Yeah, it's been a nice little run, but it's not really doing anything. Professional Diversity Network. This is the stock that was trying to be like the next last, or excuse me, the next LinkedIn. They were trying to be like the next LinkedIn. IPDN. They were trying to be like the next LinkedIn. If you look at their chart over a couple years, they've been promoted before. Yeah, they were trying to be like the next LinkedIn. You would go there, start up, and they set up agreements with like Fortune 500 companies to like recruit people of color and stuff. You know, I don't know what's gotten them back into the action, but they're a promoted. That's a promoted stock right there. Send this text real quick. So Do you think it's wise to buy LPTN after this reverse split? You know what? Stocks that have reverse split have historically done poorly over time, Mr. Lloyd. If you look at, there are several articles on that, that stocks that do reverse splits tend to do very poorly over the long term. A stock that right now that I will be shorting because I know it's a garbage stock, CYCC. That is a stock that recently did a split that I know it's a garbage stock. CYCC, and it's a garbage play. They did a reverse just recently, actually. I think it was like 6 days ago. They did a reverse split in order to qualify again for it to be listed on the Nasdaq over $1. In fact, if you go and look at the news, they just recently did this. CYCC, that's the ticker symbol. They exploded early this June. You remember they were that stock that went from like 4 to like 8 over the course of a day. I mean, out of nowhere, it just like exploded, like incredible. Blew a couple people's accounts. But they did a reverse split, and the stock for the most part is garbage. It's nobody has any respect for it. That's why it pretty much crashed toward the end of the day today, because the shorters loaded up today. At like 3 o'clock, they loaded up. I like TRTC, man. I like TRTC. TerraTech is one of those. It's a cannabis play, right? I like TRTC. TRTC and hemp, but hemp has been struggling. Probably, I think TRTC's probably got the better look. Their TRTC is a better look than hemp. Hemp has got a lot of debt on their books, but TRTC is a really strong cannabis play. Let me see something on this. Let me see TRTC. Let's see. Yeah, TRTC. We were here. When you look at TRTC, if you look at the 1 month chart, they were here exactly a month ago. They were here a month ago. So Thursday of last week was your buy. That's when you saw that first pop, when it cracked that June 6th support level. That was your entry sign right there. Yeah, don't you guys remember? You got to look at the support and resistance. So if it's cracking a former resistance line, that's your buy. That's your buy signal. So when TRTC cracked its June 6th resistance level, and that was your buy, and I mean you've been up, a couple pennies since. And now the goal is to crack that May 27th resistance level, which is, what is that, 38 cents? So maybe you can do it. I've been very impressed with the volume. It's held volume. It's an OTC stock, but people are interested in it, man. So I like TRTC. I like TRTC. Yeah, hemp has been struggling. I like TRTC better than hemp. Hemp has got a lot of debt, and you know, it's one of those things where they gave a lot of shares away to a lot of people at the beginning, and now they're not really able to give traction because they owe so many people so many damn shares they've got to keep putting out on the market. You got to read the 10K for the background on hemp. But hemp was, back in the day, hemp was that was the cannabis stock. Back when they had like the Wolf Pack and all those guys. Remember them? And their stock was Mine. Is Mine even still trading? Mine. Yeah, I mean, it's a joke now. You know, people lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. There are people who put their homes. They took out equity loans. You guys remember the Wolf Pack? Man, they were horrible, man. There were a group of guys that called themselves the Wolf Pack, and they told everybody to buy this one stock. It was called Mine, and it was a cannabis-related stock. And the CEO was really close to this guy, Wolf of Wall Street, or Wolf of Weed Street, or whatever the fuck his name was. Just another clown who's gone with everybody's money. Can you please do a live stream when you actually show the charts or a live trading session? Can you please suck my fucking dick? How about that? I can't believe some of you people talk to me like I owe you something. You watching this for free, homie. You're not paying me anything for this. I just love trading and I'm showing my passion for it. And I want you to be passionate about it like me. But I don't owe you anything. There's nothing that I have asked you to do for me. That's why I don't take money from people. Because when you take money from people, they think you owe them something. That's why I don't take any money from people. I don't owe you anything. Actually show the charts and do a live trading. You have E-Trade, bro. Pull up your E-Trade, or you pull up whatever platform you use and look at the charts we're looking at. John Chairs, or whatever the hell your name is. A live trading session. Homie, you don't pay me enough for a live trading session. You don't pay me anything. I don't have to do a live trading session for you. What do you owe me? What do I owe you? I'll do it for $79.99. If you pay me $79.99 right now, I'll do a live trading session. We can do one tomorrow. How about that? Otherwise, let's talk about this stocks. Let's get back to talking to these stocks, man. Anyway, folks, without equity feed, what's the best way to get breaking news? I try to get Google alerts, but they're usually a day behind. Yeah, King Musa, shit, man. What platform are you using? I mean, even people who use equity feed, you got to sign up for whatever. You got to choose the stock that you want news about, man. It doesn't just show you all the news for every damn stock. Yeah, Joe, we just in here chatting it up, man. Motherfuckers think like it's my job to. I'm not Tim Sykes, man. That's why he charges you $500 for his shit. If you want to be taught, go learn. Brother by the name of Tim Sykes. Go buy his shit. He'll teach you all damn day. He's got DVDs, stock alerts. Otherwise, you're going to get this project education. We all about free shit over here, man. Mr. Lloyd, Blinn, I like that. Let me see here. Every DVD they put out, I got it. Ain't paid a dime for it. Every DVD they got, every single one of them. All day DVDs, everything. I got all of them. Ain't paid a dime for it. Oh, by the way, did you guys you downloaded that 600 book finance torrent? It's got like 600 books in there. I don't know. I posted it up last time. I think it's called like Trading and Options ebook collection or something like that. And if you haven't already got that 8-hour DVD, Investors Live, I posted it up in the chat room. It downloads pretty fast too, by the way. It's 8 hours. Take a weekend, listen to what he's got to say. I think his setups are really nice. Uh, his presentation is not as good as Foos 4, especially the Foos 4 2. I've always said the Foos 4 2 DVD is probably one of the best DVDs I've ever watched on trading. Cameron Foos and that Foos 4 2. That second one, yeah, my nigga blew it out the park with that one. Yeah, it's a torrent. It's got like 500. It's got over 600 books in it, and it's nothing but. Let me find that. Let me find that torrent for you guys. Yeah, it's got like 600 books in it. It's got all the best writers. Alexander Elder, Peter O'Neill, the guy How to Buy Stocks and his Can Slim. Have you guys heard about the Can Slim theory? It's called Can Slim, CANSLIM, Can Slim, and it's a theory that's worked for supposedly over 30 years, but I don't like it because it's too slow. It's kind of one of those value investing kind of type things. Let me get that torrent for you guys. Gosh, where? Let me find it. Yeah, but that Investors Live DVD, that 8-hour DVD, it's on Pirate Bay. Online Trading Academy is garbage. I don't trust Online Trading Academy. They're expensive too. But then you know what? You know what? I can't say that. I can't say that about Online Trading Academy because I do know of a guy who said he went to an Online Trading Academy session and he supposed he had learned a lot and they're really good. They got some really good people over there at Online Trading Academy. I can't say that. I can't say that. They're expensive though. I just don't like how expensive they are because I think 3 day their 3 day like sessions are like 55. They're like $4,000 or something like that. 4 or 5,000 bucks for 3 days. And it's not even like the whole day. It's like, a work day or something like that. If I'm paying you 3 grand to teach me to trade, we be in there all day. Yeah, the Online Trading Academy. Here's their DVD set. I'm about to post it right now in the chat room. Okay, this right here is their three. This is their DVD set. It's. I think that one too. I've already watched that one. That one's like a couple hours too. It's huge. Yeah, it's a huge file. It's like 20. It's like 12 hours long. It's a damn huge file. And it's got some good stuff in it. I mean, again, every DVD is not perfect, but it's got some things in it that you can look at, and I think it's got a lot of Fibonacci stuff in it too. But it's again, most of them are kind of dated, but knowledge is knowledge, man, and you just feed your mind. Let's say, is it this one? I think it might be this one. Yeah, I think this is the book. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, and it's got the list of books. All right, so I'm about to post it, and it's got like, is it 490? Okay, 490 books, guys. Sorry about that. And some of these other, I don't know what these other DTU. I think I think there's actually another one. But here's another torrent that's really good. That one's got like 490 books. I think there's another. No, there's another torrent that's got like a lot of books, but I think it's. Let me find it, man. I'm gonna find that. I can't remember where I. That's why I gotta start bookmarking some of these things, cause after you download them yourself, you're like, fuck it, okay, move on. But I forget I gotta post them so you guys can get these trading investment books. No, not this one, cause it's another file. It might be at Kick-Ass Torrents. Let me. Not that one. It might be at Kick-Ass Torrents. Yeah, but there's another online trading. Let me see. Stock market books. Sometimes it comes up under that. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. Yeah, I've already got this one too. It's called the Stock Market Traders ebook collection. And this one has, I think this is the one with the 600 books or something in it. EGT made a move today. You called it in the chat room last week. EGT? EGT. Damn, man. Where's the volume at on EGT, man? There's no volume in here. Trying to get us trapped, dude? What's up? Yeah, that online trading academy has got to be. It's like 12 hours, man. It's a big ass file. It's a lot. But there's also let me see. What's that Alexander Elder Welcome to My Trading Room video? He made a video for the book too. Alexander Elder. Let me find it. Alexander. He made a video for Welcome to My Trading Room. Come on. I'll talk to her in a bit. Honey's always want to call you when you getting at the money. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm talking about some money right now. Call you back a little later. All right, so Alexander Elder. Let me see. I could find that torrent somewhere. Alexander Elder torrent video. Let me see here. One moment, guys. I'm just kind of looking for it. So I want to give you guys this education because he's got a welcome to my trading room video. And download that new book that he came out with 2 years ago. Trading for a Living, the upgraded version for 2014. And then the Trading for a Living, the old version, he's got a CD of that you can download too. Okay, let me see here. He's got the video coming to my trading room. Let me see. Is this the one? Yes, this is the one. I found it. Okay. This is welcome to my trading room. This was like 2003. Yeah, it was recorded in 2003. And he did a welcome to my trading room thing in like Hawaii where you had to pay like 15 grand to come and see him. So there are these people, they're sitting in a room and he's talking about basically the psychology of trading and all that stuff. So here it is. And the reason I can do this in the chat room is because on the recording you're not able to see it. So you're not able to see it. You know? So yeah, you guys get that information, man. Because remember, this is all about getting that knowledge. This is all about getting that knowledge. You can never have enough investment knowledge. You can never have enough, man. Never, never, never have enough. You never have enough knowledge. So I know I got you guys a little distracted there with all those links, but I want you guys to, download those torrents. So if you have something like BitTorrent or uTorrent, or learn how to use them, get that information, man. Get that information. And for those of you who don't know, if you want to compare an oil and gas stock to oil and gas funds, because the oil and gas funds move with the price of oil. So a great ticker to use to compare is USO. USO is a great ticker to compare to an oil and gas stock. If you have E-Trade, you can actually put in a ticker and then a second ticker and overlay each other. And you can see how they interact with each other. USO, uh, Joe, stay away from STEM. Stay away from STEM. T-log is also a pump. But stay away from STEM. STEM is Stem Cells Incorporated. Stem Cells Incorporated is going out of business, brother. Read some of the information they've put out. Read some of the articles people have wrote about STEM. They're going out of business. STEM has said that they don't even have enough money to pay their lenders. So they're going out of business. STEM is going out of business. The only reason STEM is up today, you had some people who think they're getting some kind of bargain, but it's not. It's nothing. It's nothing. I don't expect STEM to be up tomorrow. Like I said, yeah, T-Log has no news. Yeah, there's no news on T-Log. It's just a couple people who, maybe some promoter out there who's just getting some people to. There's no news there. And if you look at the T-Log, that's why T-Log, if you look at the chart, when does it, you know, the early morning pump, people get excited, and then as it loses volume, the prices aren't holding because no news. There's no, when you don't have significant news, you know, you can't sustain those prices. That's why there's a huge run and then it starts collapsing. And this stock HMNY, dude, I don't know what. I mean, is this a $12 stock now? I mean, this stock will not give up, bro. HMNY. I mean, the merger hasn't even been finalized yet. Obviously, they did the purchase, but it hasn't been finalized. HMNY, man, is holding in there, man. I don't like the chart though because we're losing volume. You're losing volume on HMNY. I personally don't like it, but the fact that it's still holding its price. Cody, COTE, COTE, COTE. Mm, One moment, guys. Gotta. Cody Coates International. What happened to that company? Was it like Magna Gas or something like that? You remember that company where the guy died? Magna Gas, yeah, okay, Magna Gas, MNGA. Oh, okay, they're under $1 now. Damn, that would have been a great short. I was calling that as a short at $1.20. Yeah, I was calling this a short at $1.20. Magna Gas. Magna Gas is a company that they sell like fuel for like those torches, blow torches and shit like that. But they had an accident in one of their plants where a guy died. He like fell into the fucking incinerator or some shit like that. And the family never sued. And I was under the impression that they were going to sue, but they never sued. I don't know if they got paid off or what. I mean, this guy died on the job and you're not suing? You know? But yeah, they're an alternative energy company, Magna Gas, MNGA. MNGA. They're under $1 now. So I've been watching this company on and off for at least a year. But MNGA, Magna Gas. That's actually like they actually have operations and shit like that. It's a legit, it's a NASDAQ company. They may have settled on a low. SPHS, SPHS ran for a minute last week, didn't it? It's one of those things I hadn't been watching. Yeah, SPHS. You just need some news now, man. That's all you need is just some news. That's all. It's people are just slowly losing interest. Like I said, when when volume declines, supply increases. So that's what's going on with that stock of SPHS. You've got a lot of people who are ready to sell, not too many people who are available to buy. Sellers have to lower their prices to get out of their trades. And that's basically what's happening there. But it's not, man, when you lose 10% on a day, man, that's good money, man. You know, because for me, like I've told you, I don't know about you guys, but 10% is my out. If I'm out, if I that's 10%, I'm out. I'm out. You know, that's my rule. It's 10%. That's why apps. I made that video on apps. That's why it was such a good deal for a lot of people. Because you never, from the moment I told you to buy apps, you've never lost more than 4%. I think was the max. So you never got to that point where you had to sell. But of course, if you're one of those people who are afraid, you trade on fear, on your emotions, and not on actually some guidelines. You know, you sold. Let me go take a look at FinViz. Let's see some dirt cheap stocks out there. Let's look for some dirt cheap plays, guys. I need a dirt cheap play, man. I need something where I can buy like 30,000 shares or 50,000 shares. What is this? Silver Ball Resources, SVBL. What is this? SVBL. It's nothing going on, but I do like the fact that it doesn't move a lot. Yo, SVBL, huh? SVBL, 8 cents to 11 cents, but it hasn't moved a lot. I like when a dirt cheap stock is not too volatile. I like when a dirt cheap stock is not too volatile, so I can G now. Yeah, I've been watching G now, man. That's why I posted G now on my page. Hold on, let me save SVBL. Save that too, SVBL. You guys look at that stock and just watch that. SV. Let me take my notepad out. Hold on. Sometimes you can save stuff on your computer, but nothing's better than a good sticky note, man. Nothing's better than a good sticky note. And a lot of these companies too, you got to make sure they're not, because you got to make sure they got the. God, there's a form from Nasdaq. Obviously, they're under the $1 requirement, but Nasdaq can let them trade for up to some corporation up to 3 years under $1 while they get their shit together. Nasdaq doesn't want to see you get delisted. They want that money. They want you to keep trading on their exchange. Some of these companies have been under $1 for more than a year already. Yeah, but I like G Now Doctors, man. Like I said, Go Now Doctors, they own over 13 clinics. They want to open another 25 more over the next 12 months, and they service basically the health needs of of underinsured people. For the most part, their facilities are located in areas where they're, mostly people of color, and they're underinsured, and they pay cash for their health services, or actually going to be interested in paying cash for their health services. Uh, but of course, they take all the well-known insurance companies, the Blue Cross Blue Shields, the Medicaids, Medicares. They take all of that. They've got a facility in Atlanta. I've already gone and seen that one. Up and running, clean, neat. They've got quite a few videos online too. Um, the company obviously isn't net profit right now, but they're moving towards that. It's a company that is growing. Within the last 2 years, I think it was 2 years ago, they lost their CEO unexpectedly. They promoted their vice president to the CEO position, young guy, but not super young. I think he's in this like late 30s, maybe early 40s. Intelligent though, and it's one of those stocks where there's not much going on, but we'll see. We'll see. Ticker symbol G now. Go now, doctors. So we'll see. But it's a very interesting story. I like the business. They've just got to get into profitability. You said it's about 25% from being oversold. SVBL. Yeah, I was looking at SVBL, man. That's one of those bottom stocks that, I mean, the way that I'm looking at a 30-day chart. Look, 30 days ago, I'm looking at June 1st, the stock was at, just above 8 cents. So, it hasn't done much. It hasn't done much, but it's one of those stocks where I like you at the bottom sitting there like that. Because now I know all you got to go is up. I get nervous when I buy expensive, I mean, not expensive, but cheap stocks and they're still declining. They're at like 12 cents and it's still going down. Because when you're at 12 cents and you're still going down, now you go down 2 cents, you're talking about 10%. That sucks. Because when you're cheap and you decline, that's a lot off. So I want you just sitting there, or I want you going up. You know. For example, who's that guy in here who was last week talking about TWER? Thank God I didn't put any money in that. Down 21% today on 4 cents. That's what I'm talking about. When you invest in these cheap stocks, they go down a little bit, and that's a big chunk. Who was that guy in here talking about TWER? There was some guy in there talking about that. Let me see some other SK. See, I just don't like. I don't. I've said this a couple times, but I don't like Chinese companies, man. I just don't trust them, man. I just I just don't trust Chinese companies. Just the math, some of the stuff they be talking about. You read the 10Ks and the words are fucked up. You just feel like you're not reading all the information. Because the thing about Chinese companies, just kind of like Chinese people, they like to do business among themselves. So when you're reading the 10K, the lawyer, the accountant, they're all Chinese. And I'm not saying they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not qualified. I mean, it's just legit. You know, obviously they're qualified to to put the 10Ks together. But sometimes you're reading the 10K and the words aren't like motherfuckers be skipping vowels and shit. The ands and the its and I'm like, damn, can't even read this shit. Yeah, Mr. Lloyd, and that's a good reason to watch it there because if we break that, we'll see. But I'm going to watch that though. Another stock that I've been watching, because I'm going back into I'm just looking at some old watch lists now, is PHMD. PHMD. They make medical appliances and stuff like medical equipment. And they've settled. I mean, they've settled kind of like right now. PHMD. Let me put that in the chat here. PHMD. Look at that BIOS. What's BIOS? What is BIOS? What do they do? Those gaps in the chart make me nervous. But looks like it's headed back in the right direction. Yeah, but PHMD is one of those stocks that you know, again another struggling company that's just trying to put it all together. Man, you know what? You guys know I don't like Chinese companies, but it keeps coming up on my screen. So let me just look into this. PACH. They keep popping up. Is this the company? Is that them? CP. Okay. CPHI. China Pharmaceuticals. Is that China Pharmaceutical or China Pharma? They make generic drugs in China, and since the beginning of the year, it hasn't been a bad ding for them. And they're breaking that December resistance level that they've kind of been in that little trap since December. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Chinese companies just because, you know, or maybe I've just allowed the. Let me see here. Let me look at. but it hasn't moved much. It hasn't moved much. I'm looking at a 30-day chart. It hasn't really moved much. It hasn't moved much, but it's up 4% for the week. It's up 13% for the month. For the quarter, it's up almost 50%. So again, China Pharma Holdings, CPHI, it's an Amex company. So Amex, again, Amex doesn't shoot a lot, but they're stable. You know, they're stable. CPHI, I think, right? Let me put that in there for you guys. CPHI. How you doing, Clarissa? Yeah, volume is very low. Volume is very low. But Mr. Lloyd, that stock you were talking about on the phone earlier today, what was their volume before that popped up? So let's not talk about volume now. He said $100 would move that chart. Somebody had brought up SPHS earlier. And again, SPHS is looking for its footing right now because the stock was down almost 20 cents today. It's down after hours. So you got some people, they're going to come home from work and they're going to sell, man. They're going to come home from work. They've already came home from work. They're sleeping now probably or getting ready to head to bed. And they've already put their sell orders in for tomorrow. So SPHS is really important because we're going to find out tomorrow if uh, people say that there's a bargain and they come back in. We'll see. Yeah, Clay, it's not. Yeah, it's not suggested that you trade stocks with low volume. When you talking about buying stocks with low volume, we're talking about long-term things. We're not talking about anything where you're going to be getting in and out. Yeah, Mr. Lopez, we talked about GBIM. In fact, it was Mr. Lloyd who brought that up when he called earlier. What's going on, Dap Daddy? I keep forgetting to put my Twitter, let people on my Twitter know I'm live. I'm going to start doing that. Make sure I knock that out tomorrow. Let people know on my Twitter I'm live. Well, Dab Daddy, you're going to have to watch the stream, man. You're going to have to watch the stream because I'm about to head out the door myself. T-Log. Yeah, T-Log is up for no reason, man. We don't know why T-Log is up. There's no news, nothing. People just excited for no reason. Those don't last very long. Don't be the sucker. Ugh. Ugh. Be up early again. Yeah, shout out to Tim Grittani for passing $3 million this year, man. $3 million. Um, and I think that's within 12 months. I don't think that's starting in January. I don't think that's starting in January. I don't think so. But $3 million in trading profits, Tim Grittani. over 5,000 trades. Superman or Super Trades, I don't know what he goes by. He goes by Superman. He's up, what, I think 3.8 million. You're saying, what's the watch list for tomorrow? Brother, what is your watch list for tomorrow? You're not taking anybody else's watch list, are you? I mean, you got to create your own watch list, man. I never understood how people take other people's watch lists. You got to look at the stock yourself and feel comfortable. When you take somebody else's watch list, you don't know what their in and out is. You're just seeing, oh, I think he wants me to watch this, but you don't know what his in and out is. You don't know if he thinks, you know, hey, when it gets to this price, it's a good deal. You want to create your own watch list, man. In fact, you can Google that, how to create your own investor watch list, man. That's why I wanted you guys to download all those books and those videos, because that Investor Live video, that 8-hour DVD that's on Pirate Bay, he teaches you how to create your watch list. He said you learn a new trick that if you put your stock at a really high price, it becomes harder to short because it's too expensive to borrow against. Yeah, man, you gotta, that's, creating watch lists. I mean, that all starts with, I mean, again, you've got to understand when it comes to watch lists, you don't know what kind of stocks that guy's into. I mean, is he into the triple zeros? Is he into the 1 to 5s, the 5 to 10s? Does he like companies that are, under 300 market cap, above? I mean, your watch list depends on what you find interesting, what you find you feel like you can trade best at. I wouldn't take anybody else's watch list. I mean, there's always, so when I throw out these tickers and we're talking, we all look at on our own platform what we like about it, you know, and what you like may not be what I like. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what works for you, because this is your money at the end of the day. You know? And again, guys, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to sound like a pro know-it-all. Please don't think I'm doing. I am learning just like you guys, but I've learned a lot since doing this for now almost 5 years. Making that first video about Tim Sykes, 2012. I've seen how trading can work for you. I've lost money, made money. So I know a few things, but I'm still learning. There's still information that, I haven't gotten down yet. Mr. Lloyd, you wrote about CPRX. 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 Ooh, that's strong. CPRX. Look at that. What are they doing? Catalyst Pharmaceuticals. I got to read up on what's the news there. Nice, beautiful 7-day chart since last week. See, that's why, this is why you credit for being patient, man. This is what you get credit for, being patient. I mean, that's the credit for being patient. I mean, think about if you're a CPRX investor 30 days ago. Let me see. 30 days ago, the stock was trading at what, 58 cents a share? I mean, that's the credit for being patient, man. It's not going to happen overnight. Obviously, we all want it to happen a lot faster. But for those of you guys who only got 2, 3 grand, 4 grand, just be patient, man. CETX, yeah, Larry, still a good deal, man. The fundamentals haven't changed. Fundamentals haven't changed with CETX. Fundamentals haven't changed. When people say, "Oh, is CETX still a good deal?" Somebody please look at the 30-day chart at CETX. Look at the 30-day chart, and then you tell me if it's still a good deal. You went from $2 to $3.24 in 30 days. If you're not a day trader, where else are you going to get that kind of return? If you got a regular 9 to 5, you've got other things you've got to do, where else can you set it, forget it, and make $1 a share? Somebody show me another stock that did that in the last 30 days. You said CETX is about to fall down the stairs? Not happening, man. Not happening, Mr. Lloyd. Just keep watching, my friend. Just keep watching. All right, so there was the one group, hospitality, Terraform, MacroCure. What was MacroCure about? MCUR. MCUR was up big today. Eh. It's got a couple spikes. MCUR has had a couple spikes. But nothing big. RITT. Eh. I don't see nothing interesting there. RITT. CNET was also up today, huge. Yeah, see, CNET is another one of those ones that just kind of popped. Had a nice little pop today. But I don't like the way, look at that June chart. It's an ugly chart for June. Obviously some new information came out, but let's wait till that chart looks better. HEB. HEB. What about HEB? HEB is another biopharma play. It's just a cheap stock that's got a lot of volume. That's anything over $1 million for an Amex stock. That's quite a bit. I'm actually kind of surprised it's got a 3-letter ticker too. But HEB. I'd have to look more into that, but I'm gonna look into it 'cause I've been looking for one of those stocks where I can just kind of put some money there and lay it down, you know? Yeah, UWTI has been very consistent, man. UWTI, UWTI has been consistent, but man, it's it's a fund, man. That's it's a fund. So I'm not, you know, if you want to do funds, that's why when I talked about earlier, if you put UTI, UWTI, and USO on the same graph, they're literally the same. Do it. USO and then UWTI. I don't know if you have, they're practically the same. They're following the price of oil. They're following the price of oil. So if you like UWTI, you might as well just go buy USO, which is cheaper, and get more shares. They're doing the same thing. If you put USO and UWTI on the same chart, it's the same exact. I mean, they're pretty much doing the same thing. They're all just going to follow the price of oil. ICLD, ICLD, Intercloud, 98 cents. Yeah, ICLD looks good. I need to know more about it, but yeah, Techie Tech, all they do is follow the price of oil, man. That's all they do is if oil's up, those stocks go up. What's that oil play? Somebody gave me an oil play earlier that did that. XCO. Shout out to the guy who gave me XCO earlier. XCO. That's an oil sensitive stock. XCO is very oil sensitive. Very, very oil sensitive. Small company. These small energy companies that actually have like they're drilling and they're actually, not that Black Stallion oil bullshit. For those of you guys who remember Black Stallion oil, that's that company that was being pumped last year that got up to almost like $100 million in value, and they hadn't drilled a single hole. But anyway, that company, XCO, is one of these small oil companies that's very, very sensitive to the price of oil. So as the price of oil rises, their stock price rises because they need high oil prices in order to make profits. FES. Yep, FES is another one of those, right? Yeah, FES, Forbes Energy. But FES, if I remember FES though, FES has a debt problem. I got to look at the 10K again, but if I remember, they've got a debt situation. They've got some kind of debt situation. You said after trading Rex, you don't want to deal with oil and gas. I don't blame you. What was it about Rex, though? Let me see that. Rex. Yeah, it looks like it hit a ceiling. Yeah, Rex is one of those. See, I don't know anything about Rex, though. I don't know anything about Rex. And that stock, uh, yeah, that chart is ugly. I don't know where that Rex is going. It's just kind of in the channel right now. It's got like a 2 week channel where it's just kind of stuck in from. Yeah, FES it does look like that, but WTI, who came up with WTI, Joe? WTI. Oh, yes, WTI. Wasn't this stock like this stock WTI sounds familiar. Let me go back to January on WTI cuz this stock was one of those no, what's the name? No, it's not this one then. It's not this one. I got it confused. There's a penny stock. Nah, it's not a penny stock anymore. But they were an energy company that like, when January when oil prices were like 29 bucks, they were trading at like 14 cents. And they ain't trading at 14 cents no more. Can't remember what the name of it is. But let's go to Finviz. And what I like about Finviz, Finviz, their screener, you can actually set the industry that you want stocks in. And some of there are traders out there that obviously focus on certain industries. You know, mm, man, I thought they would do a lot better than they're doing now. ADK, AdCare Health Systems, they're actually been on decline. But that's one of those long-term healthcare facilities that's for like old people. And I was watching that. They're dead. I mean, it's a dead chart, but um, I thought they would just be doing a lot better than they were because they had so many plans and everything like that. And they had gotten like a huge loan. And because if you look at some of the premiums in the market, the league industry leaders, they are up there. You know, Envision Healthcare is like a $5 billion company. So long term care is big money, guys. Healthcare in general is big money, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, the FinBiz scanner is the best. I think it's the best scanner in the market. Do I think it's good to buy it as soon as they enter the market? Man, if the price makes sense, Tony. If you've read the financials and they make sense, it sounds like a deal. Because that's all we're doing is looking at price, right? Do you think that you know, at that price that it's trading in, that it should be more valuable? Do you believe it's going to be more valuable? So whether or not it just showed up or not doesn't really have anything, you know, it's all about price. I should have bought as much Facebook as I could when Facebook came out. Remember when Facebook came out? Go look at the price of Facebook now. When Facebook wasn't Facebook like a $40 stock or something like that? I think it was actually lower than that. I should have went to the bank and took out a damn loan in my mama's name and put it on Facebook. PSID. Yeah, Joe. I mean, that's, man. Yeah, Facebook was, whew. Let's see what else is going. I'm in FinViz. I don't really like apparel stores. I don't like clothes. I don't know why. Clothing stores, but retail always seems so, ugh. The low the low margins, and you know, but there've been a couple penny stocks in the past that were closed that rallied. What other company was it? Was that True Religion Jeans was a penny stock? True Religion Jeans was a penny stock, and it was one of those like shady penny stocks. True Religion Jeans. They were a shady penny stock back in the day. It ended up becoming, a household name, well, with young people. But True Religion Jeans was a shady penny stock back in the day. Where's my defense? You know what? Let's just go here. Huh. RCPI is as low as you can go, so people are just stocking up. They're at a penny. Yeah, Apple, man. Apple, Apple is a situation where, people think when the head guy dies that you can just bring somebody in and that, you know, it's just going to be all right. I mean, Steve Jobs was, you know, his vision was on a different level, man. On a way different level. Techie is 10%, bro. I don't 10%. If I go in a trade, if I'm down 10%, I'm out. If I'm up, I let my gains run. I let my gains run. My thing is 10%. He said, "What's my risk reward?" I'm trying to. I'm a little confused on what you're saying. If the stock loses 20 cents, I'm out. Uh huh. Well, for a 2,000 account, if you've got $2,000 in your account, with $2,000, how much? What is your average trade size are you trading right now, Techie? With 2 grand, how much are you trading right now? MEDH. Yeah, I don't know why you guys talking about MEDH. But you know, guys, that's the thing. I mean, isn't this how all of them start out before they pop though? So I mean, you look at the chart and you're like, oh, this is dead. It ain't shit. I'm telling you, Joe, people are sleeping on apps, man. People are sleeping on apps. I'm telling you, a couple months from now, people are gonna be like, man, Sal, you told me about apps, man. You made that video about apps. He said make $80 to $200 a trade. Yeah, that's about right. Techie, I think you should be actually doing it about 500 bucks, man. If I've got $2,000 in my account, I'm trading at least 500 bucks, man. You know, eh, oh, you make between 80 to 2,000 a trade. Okay, with your 2,000 account. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I thought your trading positions were okay. I read that wrong. I'm like $80 position. Yeah, man, fuck that holding shit, man. Yeah, I talked about Mr. Lloyd. I talked about GEN. I like GEN. I wrote it down. I talked about GEN. Genesis Healthcare. I talked about that. Yeah, I talked about GEN. Overall, though, I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the 30-day chart. But let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. I'll watch. Again, I don't have anything to do with. I don't have anything against watching a stock. But I think there are better opportunities out there than GEN. I think Innovos is a better ticker, a better opportunity. INNV is better. I think apps is better. I think MUX, like I've preached MUX, is better. I think XCO is better. You know, XCO is one that a guy just brought up to me, Luis, today. XCO, you know, XCO Resources. I think that one's better. I like the chart, very stable. AXAS. You guys are getting some good tickers today, man. XAS. I don't like the 14-day chart. I'm not big a fan of the 7-day chart either. Da, da, da. You know, I like to see some consistency. I like to see a direction. Right now, it's in the channel, which isn't, you know, it's not a wild channel, so that's nice. What news are you expecting to move out of to get out of this channel though? Are we going to be getting any news to get out of this channel in AXAS? Again, if you guys haven't downloaded that 8-hour DVD, Investors Live DVD, really good video. How often do I short? If there's a good stock and I got money, I short. You want to know a nice pump and dump? Let me show you guys a nice pump and dump. Uh, let me tell you guys about a nice pump and dump. There are actually a couple good pump and dumps that I've been watching here. Let me log into my Google Docs here. So I can open up this watch list that I have sitting out that CTBO. CTBO is a good short. CTBO. CTBO. CTBO is going to be under $1 soon. You heard it here first. That's going straight to the pennies. CTBO is a pharmaceutical pump that isn't going anywhere anytime soon. CTBO. CTBO is a short. Let me put that in caps. Sorry. CTBO is a short. They're a pharmaceutical company and they have no patents. They are doing no research. From a company promoting how often do you know CBTO? My friend, read the 10K. DC, that all depends on what the owner is willing to give you, what not the owner, but the CEOs are willing to give you. That's a whole different conversation in itself. But CTBO is a short. You're saying, how do I know CTBO will be under $1 soon? Because the market will find out it's worthless. People are not stupid. They're going to read the 10K. They're going to say this company's worthless. I don't want to buy it. So what happens? Sellers who are already in start lowering their prices, and next thing you know, there's overwhelming supply, and overwhelming supply drives the price down. See, at the end of the day, you still got to read the financials. You still got to understand what, these stocks, and many of them in the OTC markets are trash. And CTBO is one of those companies. It's trash. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys being with me now for 2.5 hours. It's been a great evening. A lot of picks. But you guys know the ones that I love. Apps, CETX, MUX, XCO, INNV. Going to do some research on SVBL and some other ones that I wrote down here that you guys talked about. You said CTBO has no data. What are you using what are you using to look that up, Mr. Lloyd? I just looked it up on E-Trade. CTBO trading at $2.12 a share. MYOS 213. You said this is a pump? MYOS is a pump? Joe? Okay. That's a good short. CITIC. Hold on, I'm gonna write that one down. What do you know about this one? What do you know about this CITIC, James Bond? Hold on, what's the ticker again? CTIC, sorry. CTIC. I'm always suspicious when Zacks is talking about a stock. Zacks Equity Research, those guys are pumpers too. Don't let their professional, setup fool you. Those guys pump stocks too. Read this article about CTIC from Zacks that came out early this month. I'm gonna post it here. I'm gonna post it in the yeah, Mr. Lloyd, I've always said CTBO. CTBO again. Read the 10K. It doesn't have any operations. They're not doing anything. CTIC. I don't see. I don't like CTIC, but I'm just trying to ask you, what do you see in it? And anytime I see Zacks Equity Research, I do get a little suspicious because they have pumped stocks in the past. And I'm not a big fan of Zacks Equity Research because those guys pump stocks. They try to put on like this, you know, like they're the Motley Fool. You know what I mean? The Motley Fool is actually kind of legit. But Zacks Equity Research tries to do the same thing where they look like they're really talking and walking the walk, but those guys are pumpers, man. Zacks Equity Research, those guys pump stocks. They talk about some of the most suspicious, shadiest companies. You know, in the article, he talks about like CTIC currently carries a Zacks rank number 2 buy, which further underscores the potential for its performance. Okay, so they're telling you that it's a buy, but now this article came out June 8th. Look what the stock has done since June 8th. You've lost. You've lost money. You've lost money. So I have no, I don't have any respect for Zacks Equity Research at all. I'm very suspicious of those guys. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I know earnings is coming out, so I'm gonna watch it. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell people that it's good when it's got some shady characters writing about it. It's going downhill and you're calling it a buy. Somebody talked the other day about Ultra Petrol. That stock is up almost 20% for the month. ULTR. ULTR. It's a Bahamas shipping company. ULTR. Yeah, NVCN. Yeah, we've talked about NVCN before, but ULCR is a Bahamas shipping company. Um, it's a slow one. It's a slow one. Volume is it's inconsistent, but it's okay. It's decent. You can get in and out of the trade, and I like the price. You know, you know the what the stock has done in the last month has been pretty good. Like I said, it's up 20% in the last month, up 30% for the quarter. And again, I'm reading from VinViz. I had been watching it, but I wasn't sure. And the stock follows the price of oil again. Because when you look at ULTR and then I put again my USO or my United States Oil Fund stock right on top of it, very, very similar. Very, very similar. Those shipping companies, those oil companies, the airlines, any industry that's going to be really sensitive to the price of oil, um, you know, because you got to understand when you're a shipping company, you want expensive oil. You know, you got expensive oil. That means you're going to be taking in a lot of orders from these petroleum companies that many of them like Shell and all, they don't own their own ships. A lot of people don't realize that they don't own their own ships. Shell doesn't own their own ships. Yeah, ULTR. I would watch that. Man, I remember Dries. Dries was a God. See you guys doing that again, keeping me here and shit. Dries. You remember when Dries was like 20 cents? Wasn't Dries like? Hold on, let me see here. Was Dries? No, maybe I'm thinking about another stock. What was that shipping company? I think I mentioned it here before. That was like 20 cents and it's like $3 now or some shit like that. Hold on. I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll worry about it later. MGT, yeah, we talked about MGT last week, man. That's been delivering. PKGM, PKGM, PKGM. Is this? What is PKGM? What is that industry? Hold on, let me. PKGM. Pocket Games. Eh, OTCBB. Hold on. PKGM. There's nothing going on in PKGM. Yeah, man. PKGM isn't. I mean, I don't even mess with those. Oh, based on the volume? Yeah, maybe. It looks really diluted though. I mean, when you buy 6 million shares and the stock doesn't even move. 3 years ago it was at $700. EGLE, EGLE, Eagle Bulk Shipping. What's my 14-day chart look like? Yeah, it's not very nice, but I mean, it's very stable stock actually though. Not going in the right direction, but okay, what's my 30-day chart look like then? Yeah, I mean, you broke the 30-day chart doesn't look very nice. Support was at 52 cents. Now we're below support on the 30-day chart. So this isn't it's not a really good look for EGLE because we broken 30-day support. If you look at where the stock was 30 days ago, 52 cents was a major support line. In fact, it tested it again and then it broke it on January 13th. It broke it, went back down, came back up, and then went back down. But yeah, those shipping carriers, I would still watch it though. I would still watch it. In fact, I'm gonna put it on my watch list right now. Never count these legitimate companies like this. Never count them out, man. You think EGLE is going up tomorrow? Maybe. We'll see. It might be like apps because you got support at 52 cents. Well, you had it a month ago, so you're beneath support now. So when a stock is beneath support, okay, slightly under support, I will buy that. And if I go down 10%, I'm out. But that might be, a good discount. Because you got to remember when I talked about apps at a dollar and then it went to 97 cents, people snatched that up. I got an email from a guy that said it's down to 97 cents, man. We broke support. We're going down. Like, nah, man. Somebody's gonna snatch that up, and somebody did because it's a discount. So, watch it. I don't know much about the company, but if somebody was saying that 3 years ago that it was at $700 a share, obviously they were, legit. $7,000 a month take home pay. There are people in this room who already make $7,000 a month take home pay. I'm not gonna mention no names, but Sal, I have four big winner stocks averaging 65 to 105%. What's your stock twits, James Bond? That's all it's about, James Bond, is doing your DD, man. If let me see your stock twits. I can't look at it all down now, but I'll look at it tomorrow during the day. That if you're not just talking about pump and dumps, you're actually talking about, oh, okay, all NYC Nasdaq. What's your stock twit? Are you on Twitter? I can't stand stock twit sometimes. say you don't mess with OTC. James Bond, what's your account on StockTwits? Oh yeah, Techie, I believe that. Yeah, that's what StockTwits is good for. StockTwits is a momentum. That's a place to find momentum. But there's some guys on StockTwits who do some long term stuff too. There's an Indian guy on StockTwits. I forgot his name. There's an Indian guy on there, and he's doing some long term stuff. There's some long term people in StockTwits too, and some of these people know what they're talking about. You'd be surprised. Some of the guys on StockTwits, they know what they're talking about, man. There's a lot of bullshitters on there, but there's some guys on there who, you know, they know some of their stuff. Seeking alpha too. Yeah, Joe, I'm watching SKLN too. But the stocks we talked about today are stocks that, we're going to be up not just tomorrow, but a week from now. You know, look at some of the stocks that were up last week. I want to be able to be that guy who's in that stock a week before and has been sitting in it. And now I get to ride the wave. That's what I'm looking to do. You know? And that's what I hope we looked at all these tickers today is that, I want to be able to be that guy that's, in those tickers before the huge run ups. You know? I don't mind if the stock is up 6, 7%, but I want to be able to have that 60 or 70 or 80% gain, without having to pump it, you know. Small cap can create a free chat room. PRZM. PRZM. What's in PRZM? What I like about PRZM is that it has ran before. That's one thing I like about PRZM. It has ran before. Those stocks like PRZM, they go through these things all the time where they run and stuff like that. So it can run. Those stocks like that can run. But, you know, who knows when the next time is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Mm, Prism Technologies Group. Yeah, and it's a Nasdaq company too. Yeah, these these can run, man. Licenses, a portfolio of patents, area of computer and network security. Actually, really interesting. Against T-Mobile. So they tried to sue T-Mobile for something and got fucked over. I'm reading some of the news about it. They tried to sue T-Mobile last year, and unfortunately, they didn't get the judgment they wanted. 52-week range, 14 cents. Wouldn't you have loved to have bought that at 14 cents? All right, guys. So I hope you guys bought, well, not bought, but downloaded those DVDs, downloaded those books. Yeah, yeah. They sued Sprint, NAVB, NAVB. Man, you guys are giving me too much damn homework to do tomorrow during the day, man. Actually, tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be up tomorrow at like 5 a.m. looking at some of this shit. I really want to see what the. I really want to see what LPTN is gonna do. Cause man, when something, everybody trusts when it comes to the American government. When the United States government says they owe you money, that's the best feeling in the world. Whether you're an individual or a company. Because when the United States government says they're going to give you money for something, you know you're going to get paid. You know you're going to get paid. And that is why tomorrow LPTN is going to be my stock to watch. LPTN. I just don't like how the stock died like that after lunch. But that news that they came out with, the fact that they've been given a 2-year contract by the Department of Defense, that's huge. That's huge. And, you know, the boost speaks for itself. I mean, you went up $1 in a day. And now, after hours, you're up. So we're going to be up tomorrow on LPTN. And God knows what the market is gonna say. SAEX. SAEX. Sachs Exploration. SAEX. What do they do? SAEX. Hold on. What do they do? Oil field services. Okay. Seismic data acquisition. North and South America. SAEX. Interesting. Never heard of them, man. Never heard of them. SAEX. Interesting. I mean, the chart is it is what it is. I mean, I don't, you know, interesting. Trying to figure out where all this volume is coming from. Failure to satisfy continue rules. Earnings by the number. Let me see the earnings real quick. Back in May. Did it run in May? It did run in May too. Well, no, it ran. Wow, it actually ran. It ran today a little bit. For what? Why did SAEX run today or yesterday? Mm, revenue's down. Revenue growth is down. Earnings growth. How did? Hold on. Earnings, margins, return on assets is actually 90 million. Net earnings of 14. Gross margins widened. Improved the level. Actually, the financials aren't that bad for SAEX. Yo, that's actually. I'm gonna write that down. SAEX is actually not that bad. I'll have to look at the 10K, but the numbers they put out in April, in May, obviously they got hurt. They got hurt for the low oil prices hurt them. But for the most part, it's actually not that bad. I give it to you, James Bond. You throwing out some good ones, man. I give it to you. You still haven't given me that stock twits ID though. Where's that stock twits, man? I'm trying to go to bed. Where's that stock twits at? Thank you, Dap Daddy. Is follow me? Let me see something real quick. Stock twits. Yeah, you really pushing NVCN, huh? Man, you go hard at stock twits, dude. Shit. All right, man. I don't mind following you on there. I haven't used stock twits in a while. Usually I just fave the people. I bookmark the people that I follow. And once in a while I take a look at them. Man, my girlfriend's gonna kill me. I didn't even call her or anything tonight. Oh, damn. NVCN. Yeah, NVCN is a nice little runner. But I know you got some people trapped up there too. Shit. You got some people trapped up there. Clay, no, I'm not on Profitly. I told Tim Sykes I'm willing to be on Profitly, but you got to pay me. When he's ready to pay me, I'll be on Profitly. A lot of people don't understand that information that Tim gets for you guys when you post on Profitly, he's being paid for that. He's being compensated for that information. Because when you sign on Profitly, when you post to your trades like that, he has it's in the terms and conditions. He can sell that information. How you trade, position sizes, all that stuff. He's being paid on that stuff. You think he's just interested in seeing, or you just want to be transparent? No, it's money being made on that. ELTP. ELTP. Man, I don't like ELTP. What is that? Definitely don't like that chart. ELTP could be the start of something though. Let's see. Don't like the 14-day chart. Let's see the 3-day. Don't like the 3-day chart. Uh, what happened there, man? It's just like some big ass investor just decided, fuck it, I'm out, and just shitted on everybody. Uh, FDA approval. I mean, I'll watch it. I mean, these stocks, man. Based on the way the chart looks, I don't like it, but set my reminder. If it makes a move over 20%, I get that text. If it makes a move over 20%, I'm getting that text. Yeah, I like SAEX. Right, that's what I'm saying, Clay. So I gotta pay to be on Profitly, and then you're gonna sell my information. Yeah, NVCN. I like NVCN. I don't have anything against NVCN. I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of ELTP. Like I said, I'll set it and forget it. If it makes a 10% move or a 20% move, I'll get the text. It's one great thing about E-Trade. On E-Trade, I go on E-Trade. You can set the alerts, and that's what I do. Set my price thing. If it moves up 10% from where it is now, I get the alert straight to my phone. Oh yeah, man. Shit. If any stock gets FDA approval, it's game over. That's any stock. But right now, it ain't going nowhere. Instead of ELTP, I like MUC over. IMUC. I'd rather take IMUC over ELTP. I'd rather take IMUC over ELTP. Little late, little bit of late, little. You know, mine is more consistent. I think mine is more consistent. It's a safer chart to be in for a week or 2 weeks. I wouldn't camp in a stock that dips like that. But James Bond, you see that dip? I'm not comfortable with that dip. Mr. Lloyd, every stock is being shorted, my friend. But if you're saying if there's considerable shortness, but every stock is being shorted. All right, guys, I really have to go to bed now. See your boy Sal. Be back with you guys tomorrow. Take a look at that DVD. Read some of those books. I got a lot of stocks to go over tomorrow morning, man. I'm gonna be up here already about 6ish, and go over some of these. Read some of these 10Ks. Read a book or two, or a couple pages at least. Then an hour of video, and then the market opens. And then I go back to watching videos while on the other screen is my charts. So, yeah, James Bond, I looked you up on StockTwit, so I'm going to be following your page. I might have to start a new StockTwits. I don't even remember my password on that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. A lot of great stocks today, guys. Hope you guys learned something. Newbies who are lurking, hope you guys learned something. Another great episode. All right, guys, have a good night.